Okay, good. So how come I'm so lucky to have your business? Give me some reasons for that today.
Just want to make sure that the team is the right fit for what we're trying to accomplish here. That they're in the right position, and more clarity based on what's been going on in the past.
Okay. So before we start, let me ask you, is there any specific challenge you are facing in your team that I should be aware of?
Accountability.
Okay.
It's one of them. Delegating and the delegations not being met.
Okay. So is it because, so typically there are a couple of reasons why that happens. Okay. Number one is either you have the wrong person in the wrong role, right? Have you read a book called Traction? Traction by Gino Wickman?
No.
Okay. A lot of people in the core have used this book. His book is called The Traction. He has a few other books as well. There are 3 questions you should ask about every employee. Do you mind if I tell you that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. The first question is, does the person get the role? Get means, do they understand the role? Right? Do they really understand what the role is? It could be because we didn't tell them, or they just don't pay attention. Okay. Sometimes it's our mistake. We don't tell them the top 3 responsibilities, etc. Right? So that's the get the role. The second is, do they want the role? Now, how do people show they want the role? By showing enthusiasm, by showing you that they come early, they work till late, they're always trying to complete the task, they're always trying to show that they really care about the client. You know what I'm talking about, right? When they do those things, you know this is a person who wants the role, right? And the third is the capacity. The capacity pretty much means time-wise, energy-wise, skill set-wise, does this person fit the role? So if we ask about every employee, sorry, do they get the role? Do they want the role? Do they have the capacity for the role? And the answer is yes, perfect. If there is something missing, then we need to find a way to address it. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
How does that help you?
As you're speaking, I can see some of the 3 questions not being a total yes for both of them. Mainly for one, but I can see it for both.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the goal. So where does the disc place in this process? So the thing is that if the person is in the right role, then they naturally feel excited about the job. You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you and me, we are entrepreneurs. We love what we do. Nobody has to wake us up in the morning to say, go to job. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I have to have my 2 cups of coffee before I'm ready. It's like, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm excited. Right? Okay. Life is good because I'm doing what I want to do. At one time, I don't know if you know my background, I was a computer programmer for 12 years and I hated my job because my natural strengths are in the area of teaching and training, being in front of people. Guess what? That's not what I did as a programmer, and it didn't work. So from my own experience, and maybe you know this, but I wrote a book called Stop Hiring Losers. And I was the loser, because I was the guy who wasn't the best fit. So I'm very aware that I don't want my employer clients to have those employees who look good on paper, who have the skill set, but they just are not the right fit for the job. You understand?
Right.
Exactly. Good. So let's review the assessment about the people. And I know I have your assessments already as well. So let's take a couple of minutes to review the assessments. Can I bring up, how familiar are you with DISC, by the way?
Not really that familiar. I mean,
okay.
Besides the graphs of the high I and the low S, I mean, It's just
Okay.
hard to understand.
Okay, I'll make it simple for you. Okay. In fact, let me do this. Are you in mood for having some fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nothing wrong with that, right?
No,
No.
not at all.
Okay. So I'll do a little bit fun stuff with you here today. Give me a second while I bring up short video clip. Do you have any children?
Yes, we have 6.
Oh, okay. Keeps
And
you
I'm
busy.
hiding in my room right now. I'm hiding away from them because
You're
they're be
hiding
looking
away?
for me.
I know how that can be. Okay, good. So hang on for a second while I bring up video. Okay. Let me know if you can see it.
Yes.
Coming through.
This is Officer McCorn. We got a 1031.
I got dibs! Officer Hobbs, I am in pursuit! Woo, woo! I need you to run a plate.
Flash is the fastest guy in there. He can run the plate like that.
Wait. They're all sloths?
What, are you saying that because he's a sloth, he can't be fast? Flash, 100-yard dash. Buddy, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Officer Judy Hobbs, CPD, how are you?
I am doing
Fine?
well. What
Hang in there.
can I do
Well, I was hoping you could run a
for
plate.
you
Well, I was hoping you
today?
Well, I was hoping you could run a plate for us. We are in a really big hurry.
What's the plate
29T
number?
29THD03.
2 9 T
HD03.
H
D03.
D
03.
0.
3.
Hey, Flash, want to hear a joke?
No!
Sure.
Okay. What do you call a 3-humped camel?
I don't know.
Pregnant.
Ah. Ah.
Yes, very funny, very funny. Can we please just focus on the task?
Hey.
Wait.
Priscilla.
Oh, no! Yes? Flash?
What do
No!
you call
A 3-humped camel? Pregnant! Okay, great,
3
we got it. Please jump.
humped?
Ah! Hurry! We gotta beat the rush hour in. It's night!
Okay. On that particular video clip.
Somebody's always in a rush and we just want it like snap, 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 snap.
Exactly. Thank you, Julianna. And what about you, Rene?
Yeah, on the other hand, time's of the essence, and some of us just tend to take our sweet time.
Exactly. Now, unfortunately, some people are made like that. And in some roles, that's what you need. Because when you have a problem with your cell phone, as an example, and you want to get some clarity on it, you call the person, right? At the other end, if the person is like, okay, Rene, tell me your problem now. Okay, good. I need another customer. How would you feel if that's how the person dealt with you on the phone, trying to solve your problem?
Yeah,
not-
not valued, not taken seriously.
Yeah, you'd feel not taken care of, would you? So you need the sloth to help people take care of problems, situations, files, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But you do need the bunny to keep things moving fast. So you need bunny in one role, the sloth in the other role. The fox is the person who's greeting everybody at the reception, in events. It's like, hey, come on in, let's have some fun time, right? Okay, so they're making people feel welcome. So you need different people for different roles. So you need to understand. So the D is somebody who wants results now, which is the bunny. Okay.
Yes.
The I is the fun, friendly fox. They want to talk. They want to have fun.
Okay.
The sloth is the S. Slow, steady. They don't have a C here, but I think you get flavor of the process. The C is the person looking for data. Is it correct? So you need different types of people in your environment to succeed. Does that help you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that I have laid the context to you, let me show you reports here so that you can actually benefit from the actual information. Okay.
Okay.
So here is the superstar here. We have Julianna's report. Okay.
Yep.
So here it says Julianna is most likely to be at her best in situations where important things such as values, judgments, feelings, and emotions are involved. She prides herself on her intuition. Okay. So that is who she is. Now, there are a number of good things in the report, what value she brings to the organization. In fact, it would be a good one. Let's just take this for a quick example, ways to communicate, right? Can you read this list, Juliana?
It looks a little blurry.
Okay,
Maybe because I'm looking at it from my phone.
that's
Yeah,
possible.
Oh, I can see it now. Okay. Yes.
So pick one or two items in this list if they make sense to you about how people should communicate with you.
So I would pick take your time and be persistent,
Okay,
and give her time to ask questions.
okay, fantastic. Good. Then the next page is actually what would irritate you. So is there anything in this list that would be like, if somebody did this, you are not going to be a happy camper?
Oh yeah.
Which one?
The loud voice or use confrontation,
Mm-hmm.
and talk down to her.
Okay, fantastic. Do you see how useful this would be to use with your team, right?
Right.
Okay, let's go to the descriptors. So D, your dominance arrow, which is the bunny part, is pointing downwards. Influence, which is fox, the friendly one, is pointing upward. Steadiness, the sloth, pointing downwards, but not that low. And then the compliance is making sure details are done right, is pointing in the upward direction. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. Then we can go to the page called behavioral hierarchy. This is very important. So these are 12 characteristics in descending order. The higher the number, the more you like to do that. The less the number, the less you like to do that.
Okay.
So people oriented, customer oriented. So obviously you want to engage, interact with people and help them. You are a helpful person. Following policy, you want to make sure that things are done the right way. Interaction, you like to have some initiation of contact and interaction with people. That score is around the median. Your score is 60. The median is 58. You see that number, right?
Yeah, I can see it underneath.
Yeah. Versatile, which is going from one task to another, is 60. About the same is consistent. So you can manage between different tasks as well as you can also focus on one at a time, right? But not a huge difference between the two. But persistent, your analysis, frequent change, organized workplace numbers are close to median, and so is the sense of urgency. In fact, none of your numbers are far from the median. So you are somebody who can wear flexible hats in the team, right? Okay. But you like being with people most of the day. Would that be a good way to put that?
Yeah.
Okay. So working with people energizes you. You enjoy it, right? Okay.
Yes.
When we look at the numbers, the natural and adapted style, your highest number is I, 72, which would mean you come across fun, friendly. The next one is C, compliance. So you want to make sure things are done right. Get the data, Your S score is 48, so you're a loyal team player. And then 35 is D, so you are less coming across as a bossy person, unless obviously you need to, we all do that. Now the difference is in your profile that the adapted and natural has some differences. Your S number has gone from 48 to 62 and C has gone from 61 to 38. So if I looked at this, I would say you're trying to adapt to a job which is not the best suited for your profile. Do you feel any stress currently in your situation?
Oh yeah. All the time. Yeah, no, it is super stressful.
Okay.
Trying to manage just everybody in their role. Because I am the office manager, so basically, everybody comes to me for the majority of the problems. Unless I can't fix them, then I'll direct them to Rene. But it is stressful for me.
Yeah. So if I was in your shoes, Rene, I would review her role and see what I can do to ease her stress. Okay. Because she's, again, somebody who has a lot of qualities which are positive for her role. Okay. But at the same time, you cannot be giving her things that may not be the best fit. Does that make sense to you, Rene? Right?
Yes.
Okay. And I sent you the report as well, and my 4 minutes of video, which if you look at her motivators, because that's the other part that we need to look at. Okay. I don't think I sent that yet. So no, I did not. Okay, hold on. So here is the number one motivator, driving force. What she likes to do is social. This social is different. This is about feeling good by helping people. So she is somebody who would look for ways to help other people. And she feels good just by doing it, not necessarily of anything else. She's like, hey, I'm helping, so I feel good, right? Okay. And traditional is second one. So she belongs to a culture that is loyal. There are structures involved in that. So she feels there is a cause that she can, be behind that cause, that purpose. That's important to her. The third thing for her is aesthetic, which is creative self-expression, beauty, and nature. So she will notice certain things. She will want a certain environment around her. She doesn't like too much chaos. And the next one is money, which is actually below the median. So money is not her main motivator, which means that she does not really want to be in sales as much. Would that be true, Julianna?
It's point on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for noticing there. So any comments from any one of you about what we just covered before I go to Rene's report?
No, I don't have any. Ronald, do you have any questions or comments? No?
Okay. So I'll be quick here, Rene. So your DISC score on the screen, I don't know if you can see it, is 67 natural. So you are above 50, which is higher. I is above 58, S is 76, and C is 70, and C is 16, which means that you are somebody who likes to get things done, but in most cases, you are looking to have somebody else do the detailed work. Does that feel true for you?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Now, if you look at your motivators, your number one motivator is utilitarian, which is basically money. Okay, sorry, not your number one, number two. Number one is individualistic, which is being in charge, being the leader, being the person who is responsible for making things happen in terms of freedom from control, building your own team, having control of your destiny. And number two is money. Does that sound like you?
Yes.
Which is pretty common in the core, by the way. Okay, I've done thousands and thousands of these, so I know very well, right? So in that role, you're definitely the right person because you're the branch manager, so to speak, and that's what you do, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the other two people. So here is Enedina. Okay. So Enedina's report shows that her SC as well as I numbers are above 50, D is below 50. You see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And her motivators, her number one motivator is individualistic, 73, which is like you being in charge. Okay, so she wants to have what I would call climbing the corporate ladder desire. So does she want to grow into a different role? Has she mentioned anything like that?
No, but that's a conversation that I will have with them.
Yeah, she may want to do that. Okay. So as far as assistant role goes, overall she's good, but I think she has ambitions for being more independent. Okay. So sometimes these people can be a team leader depending on the situation. Okay. So that's
Okay.
one thing. And then let's go to Alondra. Okay. So Alondra, in one way, is also similar to the role, to the profile that we have for Andina. Okay. And if you look at her motivators, her number one motivator is to be helpful to other people, which is, I think, a good thing. Her number two is money of some nature. So there is some desire to make money based on performance, commissions, bonuses, etc. So as far as going in terms of assistant, I don't think you have bad profiles of these two people. Okay. There is place for improvement, but at least right off the bat, they have some potential to be successful in those roles. Obviously, we need to talk about Enedina's ambition of whatever she wants to be in charge of. Do you know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on that?
No.
No. So what would be the next step? Well, the next step would be to ask them what their top 3 responsibilities are, right? And then see if they match with what your expectations are.
Okay.
Because if they don't match, then you have a problem, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? Either you didn't communicate them or they didn't pay attention. So that's the first thing I would do. The second thing I would ask is what are 3 activities they like the most? What are 3 activities they like the least? So that you understand in their current role, what are things they like, what are the things they don't like, and then see what you can do to tweak for them. And the last thing you should always ask is, hey, what's a project that got you so excited? Whether it was in the job, not in the job, but you just could not want to spend time doing that job because you had so much excitement and energy around that project. That will give you a little bit more of a flavor of who you are dealing with. Then go through those 3 questions in your process. Do they get the role? Do they want the role? And do they really have the capacity? And then you both should sit down and discuss whether you see them saying yes to all of them. If they're saying yes to some, but not everything, then you have to look at which one is missing. Okay. That's from the book called Traction, but I have some of that information in my book, $1 Million Team Secrets. And I have actually recorded 2-minute video clips on each chapter in the book as well that you can get on YouTube as a playlist. The idea behind it is it's a 7-step process that I teach my clients to go through, making sure they have the right vision, they have the proper accountability chart, they understand, personality profile of each person who is on the team, and then decide accordingly, should we move people, not move people? I don't think you are in a bad shape, so that's good for you. I don't recommend doing too many things, but I would go through the exercise that I just gave you. Does that exercise make sense for you?
Yeah, it does.
Yes. So
Okay.
you would say that both are in the position that they should be in LP1 and LP2?
Yes, I think they both are decent enough fits. It's a question of obviously maturity, experience, and all the other stuff, right? Okay. But inherently they are decent. You see what I'm saying? They're not like so bad that I would say they are terrible, because I do say that, because if I see a big problem, I'll tell you. That's my job, right?
Right.
Who's your coach right now, Rene?
My coach is Randall Mills.
Okay, he's an awesome person. So you're in the right role there with that team. So just to wrap up here, what is one step that you have that you can take after this?
One step that we have that we can take after this, me personally figure out what motivates them and what 3 tests they don't like.
Yes.
Figure
Okay.
out.
Thank you. How about you, Julianna?
I like the idea of being able to go over the 3 questions, but to mainly ask them if they do feel, and we have asked before and we get it, that they do like their role, but I do see, and Adina came from a banking background, so I do see that she would probably be a great fit in another position, or even as an MLO, although we've asked and they kind of push away from it. But I think it's because they don't want us, or they don't want to hurt our feelings of not being in the current position they're in now, like us having to hire the people. So
That's
I think it'll
possible.
be a great sitting conversation piece to have with both of them.
Perfect. And I'm not so sure, I might have sent the book to you already.
Yes. It's on Rene's desk where he meditates in his office.
Okay, good. So I would highly recommend looking at the book. And if you need some more coaching, let me know. I would love to help you.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. A pleasure
Thank
meeting
you.
you.
Awesome.
Hasta
Thank you.
pronto.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.